Let's learn about self-advocacy and the Lions.
Today is Thursday, August 11th, 2022, and we are glad you've joined us. Let's go.
Hi, my name is Adam Weiser, and I'm the project director of the Illinois Self-Advocacy Alliance.
And my name is Christine Beck, and I am the organizational advocacy support also for the Illinois Self-Advocacy Alliance.
What self-advocates want you to know: nothing about us without us. We have a mouth. We can speak for ourselves. We can make our own choices.
And so we have an opportunity to start making our own choices. We are going to play a little bit of this or that. We are going to show you a screen. There will be two options on it, and you are going to choose which one you would rather do or you would rather have. Now, after the screen is shared and Adam shares about the two options, you can go ahead and put this recording on pause. Maybe you're joining with a group and you put it on pause and you talk amongst yourselves about which one you would rather choose. Or perhaps you're joining by yourself and maybe you put the presentation on pause and you think about the choice you would make. No matter how you choose to do it, it's okay by us because it is your choice. So let's do it.
Would you rather have Coke or Pepsi? Which one do you like better?
All right, go ahead and pause this recording and talk about it. When you are ready, press play to join back. And welcome back. Adam, I'm curious, which would you rather have, Coke or Pepsi?
I'd rather have Pepsi.
And I'd rather have Coke. All right, let's try the next one.
Would you rather do video games or board games?
All right, go ahead and pause. And welcome back. I hope you had great conversations with what people would rather do. Would you rather do video games or board games? Adam, which would you rather do?
I'd rather do board games.
I'm with you. I'd rather do board games too.
Would you rather have a hamburger or a hot dog?
All right, go ahead and pause this presentation and have that discussion. And welcome back. I hope you had great discussions on would you choose a hamburger or a hot dog. So I would choose a hamburger. What would you choose, Adam?
I would also do a hamburger.
All right.
Would you rather go to the mountains or would you like to go to a beach?
All right, go ahead and pause this recording and talk about what you'd rather do. Welcome back. I hope you had great conversations about that. Adam, what would you choose?
I would choose the beach.
And I would choose the mountains.
All right, do you like deep dish pizza better or do you like thin crust pizza better?
Go ahead and pause this recording. Let's have a great conversation about what you choose. Okay, I would choose deep dish pizza. What about you, Adam?
I would choose deep dish pizza as well.
Hey, we have a lot in common, don't we?
We do. Do you like winter better or do you like summer better?
All right, this is our last one. Go ahead and put the presentation on pause and have a conversation about that. And welcome back. Adam, what would you choose?
I would definitely choose summer over winter.
And I would choose summer as well, although it's been really warm lately, so it cooling down and being winter sounds kind of nice.
Every journey begins with the first step, self-advocacy.
And so we are going to talk about the who, what, where, when, why, how, questions and answers.
Speak up and speak out. What does self-advocacy mean to you?
So this is an opportunity for you to pause this presentation and have a conversation or just think about, what does self-advocacy mean to you? Go ahead and pause. And welcome back. Let's see what self-advocates have said.
Self-advocacy is speaking up and speaking out for yourself and for other people who can't or don't know how to speak up for themselves.
Thank you, Adam. It is. And some of you may have thought or answered, it's about speaking up for what I want. It's about speaking up for my rights. It's about letting people know what's important to me. And no matter how you answer that question, it really does all come together in speaking up and speaking out for yourselves. And sometimes for other people who can't or they don't know how to speak up for themselves. We can be the teachers to show other people how it's done. And so we are going to learn about the pieces of the self-advocacy puzzle. And I like puzzles, and I hope you like puzzles too. And this puzzle is really easy. There are just a few simple pieces, and they all come together to make this thing called self-advocacy. And the pieces are what, how, who, when, and where, and why. And so we are going to learn about this together.
What are some things you can advocate for?
All right, this is the first piece of the puzzle, what? And as Adam asked, what are some things that you can advocate? And advocate is just a fancy word for speaking up and speaking out. What are some things that you can advocate or speak up and speak out for? So if you want, you can put this presentation on pause. You can talk amongst yourselves. You can write some things down. You can think about it in your head. But what are some things that are important to you that you can speak up and speak out for? So go ahead and pause. We'll see you when you come back. And welcome back. We get to learn from a lot of self-advocates, and Adam's going to share a list of what they said that they can advocate for.
What you want and don't want, what you need and don't need, your hopes, dreams, and goals, where or how you want to live or work, your accommodations, your rights, supported decision making, if you are unhappy, being hurt, or feeling unsafe, your boundaries, your concerns about power and control. You can speak up about anything that is important to you.
And that is the big takeaway. You can speak up about anything that is important to you. So that's the first piece of the puzzle. Let's go to the next piece.
How can you advocate?
All right. How can you advocate or speak up and speak out? And there's lots of different ways. And Adam and I are doing one of the ways right now. We are using our voice to speak. So we've already given you one. So we want you to think about this, share this amongst yourselves. You can write it down. You can just make a list in your head, all the different ways you can advocate. So, how? How can you advocate or speak up and speak out? Go ahead and pause. And welcome back. I hope you named a whole bunch of ways that you can advocate. Let's see what some other self advocates have said.
American Sign Language, speaking, writing, smiling, frowning, a phone call, email, text, pointing or gesturing, communication device. Everyone communicates.
Yes, that's the takeaway. Everyone communicates, and sometimes we use a combination of these ways. Adam, what is the way you usually communicate?
Usually speaking.
The same for me. I do a lot of speaking. I also do a lot of emailing. All right, let's learn about the next piece.
Who can you advocate for?
All right, this is the third piece. Who can you advocate or speak up and speak out for? When you're ready, put it on pause, have a great conversation, and list all the people or things that you can advocate or speak up and speak out for. Go ahead and pause. And welcome back. And I'm going to ask Adam, Adam, who is the most important person in your life that you can advocate or speak up and speak out for?
Yourself.
Yes, awesome. Let's see what other folks had to say.
Yourself. Other people with disabilities. Friends, families, at school, your employer, your pets, an agency you go to. Something that is important to you. You can be an ally for others.
Yes, thank you. Not only can you speak up for yourself, you can speak up for other people. And one time we had a self advocate who said, I speak up for my cat. And we said, that sounds amazing. Tell us more about that. And she said, well, when I notice that my cat isn't eating or drinking very much, or seems to be a little bit stiff when moving around, I know that I have to call the vet because she can't call the vet for herself. So I have to be her ally or advocate. All right, let's check out the next puzzle piece.
Who can you advocate to?
All right, this is another who piece of the puzzle. And so think about who are the people in your life that you can speak up and speak out to? Who can you tell about the things that are important to you, or the things that you want or need, or the things that you want to do? So we invite you to put this presentation on pause and think and talk about who can you advocate to. Go ahead and pause. And welcome back. Adam's going to share what other self advocates have said on who they can advocate to.
Case manager, social worker, employer, family, parents or guardians, friends, doctor or nurse, a counselor or therapist, a legislator. You can speak up to anyone you want.
Indeed, you can speak up to anyone you want. And Adam, let me ask you this. Why would it be important for you to speak up and speak out to a doctor or a nurse?
because they can help you with their health needs that you have.
Absolutely. Why would it be important to speak up to a legislator or a lawmaker?
Because you want to if you want to make changes in your community or around the state, you need to speak up to your legislator.
Yes. People are not mind readers, and who knows ourselves better than ourselves? So it's really important, no matter how you communicate, to share what's important to you, what you want, and what you need. All right, what's our next piece of the puzzle?
When and where can you advocate?
All right. What are those places and spaces where you can speak up and speak out? So, where do you go during your days? What do you do during your days or your evenings or your weekends? When and where can you advocate or speak up and speak out? Go ahead and put this presentation on pause. And welcome back. Let's see what folks have said.
Your home, school, and work. Person-centered planning, IEP, an agency you go to, during fast track, in the community, at restaurants, bowling alleys, etc., at appointments, doctors, hair salon, etc., the Capitol and legislators' offices. You can speak up anytime and any place you want.
Yes, indeed. And we have shared the name of an agency that some self advocates go to. They go to Access Living, which is a center for independent living. Every state has centers for independent living, and some self advocates go there and they speak up and speak out there. So, we wanted to make sure that we included some agencies so people have an idea. But I have a question, Adam. Why would it be important to speak up at a restaurant?
When you speak up at a restaurant, you're able to get the food that you want, and you get to pick out what you like the best, so you can really enjoy your meal.
Yes, thank you. So some people say, I can't do self advocacy or I don't do self advocacy because I'm not doing public speaking or I am not meeting with legislators or lawmakers. That's okay. When you go to a restaurant and you order the meal that you want, you are a self advocate. You are participating in self advocacy. If you choose to go bowling instead of to the shopping mall, you are a self advocate. You are participating in self advocacy because you spoke up and spoke out. So here is the last piece of our puzzle. And we shared what can you speak up and out about? How can you speak up and speak out? Who you can speak up and speak out for? Who you can speak up and speak out to? When and where you can speak up and speak out. And here is the last piece of that puzzle, the last piece we need to put together. And Adam, what is this last piece?
Why should you advocate?
So, why do we do this thing we call self advocacy? We want you to put this on pause and talk amongst yourselves and just really brainstorm. Why should you advocate? Why should you be a self advocate? Go ahead and pause. And welcome back. I hope you had great conversations through all of these pieces of the puzzle. But let's look at what other self advocates said about why you should advocate.
It is good to ask for something you want or need. It is good to ask for something someone else may want or need. Put a stop to what you don't like or want. To get better services and supports. To show we are equal. It is my right to speak up for myself.
Absolutely. We all have rights. And one of those rights is to speak up for yourself. That doesn't mean that people are going to agree with you. Maybe they will, and maybe they won't. You have the right to speak up for yourself. And all these rights can be found in a resource that the Alliance calls Pieces of the Self-Advocacy Puzzle. You can go to our Alliance website and find it under resources. We will share with you at the end of this presentation what our website address is. And so now you have heard from Adam, but I'd like you to meet Adam and learn more about him. Shall we?
Let's go. I was born in Annapolis, Maryland, and have lived in 4 states: Maryland, North Carolina, Indiana, and Illinois. I live in Evanston in an apartment with 2 roommates and 3 other housemates. I am part of the advocacy club at Center for Independent Futures. I graduated from National Louis University Space Program. I have 2 brothers and a sister. They live in Carmel, Indiana, where my parents live. I have 2 nephews and 1 niece. I worked at the Chicago Botanic Garden in the cafe. I worked at a movie theater as an usher. I worked at the Ravinia Festival. I've worked at Nordstrom and the cafe for 10 years. I'm now the project director with the Alliance. My hobbies are riding my bike, doing word searches, listening to music, lots of walks, hang out with friends, go to movies, and go to dinner.
And I know you like to go to concerts as well.
Yes, I do.
And what's your most recent concert that you attended?
Lucinda Williams.
All right. That sounds amazing.
What I've learned as a self-advocate is to speak up for my needs and figure out what is important to me.
And Adam, tell us a little bit about the picture that's on the screen.
In this picture is JB Pritzker with me and my other roommate.
And why is JB Pritzker important? Why were you in a picture with him?
Because he's our governor and he makes important decisions for our state. So I thought it would be important to get to know him. So I got to meet him.
And you are correct. J.B. Pritzker is the current governor of Illinois. And not only is it important for Adam to meet him, it's important for the governor to meet the people in the state. And if your elected officials don't know who you are and what's important to you, they need to. Maybe you could make a plan to learn who your elected officials are and then make a plan to meet with them if that's something that's important to you.
My hopes and dreams. I want to travel the western part of the United States, to Oregon, California, and Washington. I want to go to more concerts with friends. One day I would like to be in a relationship. I want to work in the catering business. I want to do more presentations.
And thank you for that. And I'd like to share just a little bit about the Alliance. The Alliance is also called the Illinois Self-Advocacy Alliance. We are a network of advocates and self-advocacy groups around Illinois. We began in 2008 and received funding from the Illinois Council on Developmental Disabilities. And the picture on the screen is a picture of our board of directors a couple years ago. And our mission and vision is for self-advocates to work together to get the support we need and to live the life we want in the community. Our mission is to speak up for ourselves and each other while working together to make changes in our communities and in Illinois. Our focus is on empowering people to speak up about what they want and need, what they don't want and don't need, to action plan their goals, and to participate in advocacy at the personal, agency, community, and statewide levels.
Speak up and speak out. What did you like best about our time together?
All right, this is the last opportunity for you to do some sharing in your group if you're attending with a group. And so we'd like you to consider this question. What did you like best about our time together? We invite you, when you're ready, to put this recording on pause. You can think about what you liked. You can talk about what you liked. You can write it down on a piece of paper. Remember, there's a lot of hows of advocacy. So go ahead and pause this presentation. And welcome back. Welcome back. In closing, we want to share some information about the Alliance. We have an email address if you would like to connect with us. We also have that website that we told you about. And on our website, there's lots of resources that are all about self-advocates and self-advocacy. We also have a Facebook page. So if you're on Facebook as social media, you can find us and like us. Lots of information to be found there. And then we have a YouTube channel. Perhaps you found us checking out our YouTube channel, or maybe you're just now learning that we have a YouTube channel. We have a lot of great recorded presentations there for you to check out. In closing, Adam, what last bit of advice can you give to folks to really encourage them to speak up and speak out?
To believe in what is important to you and being able to communicate with others on what things that you like to be changed, or just being a better person for yourself.
Thank you. Self-advocacy begins with you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bye-bye.